Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about the Pengu and how we can actually do some yield farming with it. Okay, and before we move on, I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that this is not a financial advice. Everything what I'm saying here is only for educational and entertaining purposes. Okay, do your own research. So why do I want to talk about the Pengu? Okay, recently, I don't know, guys, if you are following the story or not. But the thing is that the Pengu start actually getting some more traction, right? So obviously it's still quite some time before they're gonna reach like all-time high, okay? And the all-time high was, I think there was some stage here, and it was, when was that? 18, 17th of December, right? And they were actually bouncing around this level, this resistance level here, okay, in December, January. Obviously, all they dropped, okay, because as we all know, all the meme coins actually lost the value. There was less traction when it comes to the meme coins trading and everything else. But it looks like everything is coming back to actually to more volume, right? So there was a spike here in April, and that's another spike which just happened a few days ago, right? And it looks like we are on the rise with this one. But guys, it's something which always can go wrong with those ones, okay? Remember, this is a meme coin, they all can go to zero in no time. However, Pengu is one of those ones which they actually have there's some background behind it, okay? There's a good team there, okay? Obviously, do your own research, but I think, this one is actually have some value behind it, okay? That's why there are so many people actually investing in it already, okay? Like market cap is nearly 1 billion. Look at this, okay? 910 million at the moment, right? Liquidity 250k, okay? That's something which is there's still so many buys, and volume is quite large for the meme coin, to be honest with you, okay? So the thing is that, okay, it might happen that this coin actually will reach their all-time high once again, okay? I'm not saying that it's going to happen anytime soon, but you never know, right? But in the meantime, okay, what I decided to do, okay, I decided to actually do some deep research on it and put some, start yield farming on this particular one. Okay, why I decided to do so? Okay, because there is a volume here. Okay, people are buying and selling, and if you guys know something about the yield farming, okay, you can make money. It doesn't matter if the value goes up, goes down. You just need to monitor your position. Make sure that you are not having like in permanent loss. And all these bits and pieces. And if you are long enough and there is enough volume, okay, you'll be making money by yield farming. So fees, basically, okay, you'll be making money out of the fees. Sometimes the impermanent loss can be larger, okay, so that's why I'm saying you have to monitor your position, very often. But even though sometimes the impermanent loss might be large, okay, that might actually be offset by the fees which you are gathered in the meantime, okay. So, and I think that this Pengu is actually quite good to start do some yield farming on it. All right, I'm not saying that this is the best one. I just picked this one. You guys, you do whatever you want to do. Do not actually follow me what I'm hearing like one by one. Okay, do your own research. You make your own decisions, right? It's not a financial advice. I just decided to do some quick video about it, what I'm planning to do, and that's it, right? So guys, okay, so now this is a daily volume, right? And now I want to go quickly into the 1 hour volume, right? So, sorry, the daily chart, okay? And here's the 1 hour chart, okay? So now what we want to do, okay, we just try to establish what would be some sort of resistance and support for this particular coin, okay? And I got a very cool tool which I'm using for those type of purposes, okay? It's called CLOBr, okay? I'll be leaving the link inside the description of this video, okay? And what the CLOBr is actually giving me is giving me the picture of what type, how actually liquidity, okay, across the Solana network when it comes to those micos being actually created on the Solana network, okay, being redistributed, okay. So where the money sits, okay, what the people are actually expecting for those type of, they will go, okay. So and it's quite handy. This tool is very quite handy, right, to have in your belt, right. So what you need to do, okay, you just need to know, like for example, I did the research a couple of hours ago. So last time this data was updated was 2 hours ago, and back then, okay, that was the resistance and support, okay. For example, this orange line, it shows where the most money sits when it comes to resistance, okay, and there was 1.5 million people actually provided liquidity setting up that there will be within this range. Okay, so the resistance. Okay, so they establish. Okay, they have a very sophisticated algorithm behind the scenes. Okay, which actually gather information from all the dexes and centralized exchanges. Okay, like these ones here. Okay, like Sex Binance, CEX, centralized exchange by Binance, Mitra, from Kraken, BingX, Orca, all those like Coinbase, those big names, okay? And they actually taken all those informations from those people, okay, from those exchanges, right? They also taken informations from Jupiter DCA order, okay? If there is one, there is some DCA like support for 4,469. So somebody decided to do some DCA like on Jupiter, okay? They placed some orders here, and this tool actually can gather all those informations, okay? And based on that, they actually making this very cool and clean looking table for us, right? So this graph, right, and this graph is showing us where the public, people who actually invest in liquidity, like they farming the yield across all those exchanges, okay, with this particular coin, where they decided to put the most money, right? So basically, in a nutshell, okay, you can see where there is a resistance, okay, natural resistance and natural support where the people are expecting to be, right? So let's go and do some refresh, okay? Refreshing this tool, okay, it's cost 1 credit, okay? And the credits are, I'll do a separate video on how those credit works, how much does it cost, but I think it's a really cool tool. You should guys go and check it out. You can also start for free, but to go do those refreshing, okay, you need the credits to do so, right? So once this refresh is finished, okay, we will see, okay, if this is something which holds now. Let me see, and also we can go what it comes to the pro prices in Sol, and I will switch that into the Sol. And the reason behind it is I'm switching that to Sol because I'm planning to put some funds inside the pool on Orca, okay, but that will be a Pengu against Sol, right? And look how the Sol actually is changed, okay, in 2 hours, right? In 2 hours, right? How much is actually changed? This is resistance here, right? So we have the new resistance, right? The previous one was something like that, and support actually disappeared. It more less and less people actually remember just a few seconds ago there was here, okay, that was data from 2 hours ago. Now it suddenly changed, okay? It's a live environment, guys. The people are putting money, withdrawing money, changing their ranges and everything else between. Okay, and this CLOBr.io actually is gathering everything in a nicely manner, and we can see it, right? What's going on in the market, right? So what the big like it doesn't mean that there are whales actually. Like the whales are also included inside those bars, right? But the matter of fact is that this is liquidity across everyone, like small money, big money, everyone. Okay, so they actually have ability to gather this information and put that inside this nicely graph, which is giving us information right away. Okay, so we don't have to do this research; they do it for us. So look where we are. Okay, so constant. So for example, like on the resistance side, okay, there's 15,871 sold, right? And this resistance side it's on the 9927. Okay, so 9927. Let me have a quick look here. This is the pool for Pengu Sol, right? So that's the one I'm talking about. I just need to put once again my password here. I'll be back 1 second. Okay, so I'm back now. Okay, I'm logged into inside Orca. Okay, using my wallet, and again where we are. Okay, so Sol 00009906. Okay, 9906. Okay, let me have a look. 1 second. Okay, um, let's see. 999912. Okay, 9906. All right, so they're expecting to be something around here, right? Let me have a look here once again. Okay, so if it comes to the resistance, right? So that will be a resistance here. Okay, so let me have a quick look once again. 00009. Sorry. Okay, that it has that changed now. Yeah, a little bit. 9902. Okay, 9902. Right. Okay, so let's go. Let me see. 9902. And this one here on the support, it's 9804. All right. Okay. 0.9804. Okay, so we see. Okay, so here is the most money. Okay, the people actually are yielding money here, right? That's really amazing. Okay, so if I got this right, okay, and this is the Pengu. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be a one-sided. Okay, for me if I go with this one, right? And that's something which I don't know if I want to do at the moment. Probably I'll just do some range, because most people actually do. They put the most liquidity is here between those ranges. Okay, so most people definitely are expecting for resistance to go to be here. Okay, around this area, right? All right, so that it looks quite right. Okay, it hit that resistance today twice, three times, four times, five, six. It's breaking now, right? So it's breaking out. So I wouldn't be surprised if an hour later, okay, this one will change, right? But people actually have put so much money here, okay, so it looks like they are expecting for this resistance to hold for some time at least, right? And then support, they actually doing the support like some of them, okay, they betting that their actually support will hold there will be a very tight range here, okay, very tight. But what I'm going to do, okay, I think I'll stick with the number of the resistance, okay, but I'll just move it a little bit here, right? Okay, now I know where what is it, the people actually the most people are expecting, okay, especially when it comes to resistance, okay. With support, they are unsure very much yet, okay, but they are most of the people actually put liquidity on the 900009813 between this and 9619. Okay, so this is the pricing. Uh, so this is the pricing, and probably I'll belong to the latter, right? Okay, to the group who actually will be putting money inside this pool, okay, which is there, okay. So I'm expecting this resistance to, at least for today, okay, to jump around this area, all right. And it does look sorry, this support, right? So it does look it does look right, doesn't it? Okay, I don't know, guys, what you think, right? You tell me what you think, right? Because um I think, look, I could resistance there, and I'll just like 9.6 will be here, okay. That's that second pull, okay, because that was resistance in the morning, now turns out to be a support. And that's quite right? Okay, and look, there's 11%, right? 11% 24-hour you can make it out of this, right? Which is quite cool. Okay, so I got a few 25 $26 worth of Pengu, right? So I could expect in 24 hours, if that range will last for 24 hours, to make $6, right? So I don't think it's gonna last for 24 hours straight. Probably will be there here and there, but the thing is that I'm expecting this one to go a little bit out of range very quickly. Okay, but the thing is that, for example, if let's say that you want to put, like, I don't know, if somebody is putting, let's say, $1,000 here, right? The people can make $111 out of this range, right? But the thing is that mostly people probably will realize that this range will not hold for 24 hours. But let's say that you are, you have an access to your laptop, your or to Orca, for throughout the day. Okay, you can monitor it. Okay, if it goes, out of range, or there's a danger of impermanent loss, you can actually do some rebalancing, okay, or you can sell your position back, but the thing is, and you can make like a percentage of it. Let's say if it says, let's say that it will last for, instead of 24 hours, it will last for, let's say, 12 hours, it will be $55, right? So so that's something, right? That is something like, out of 12 hours, only if it holds that range right here, right? So yeah, guys, I think that's one of those things which I'm gonna to be testing right now more and more often, okay. But I will start with this Pengu balance, which I had in my wallet for some time, and I'm just saying, yeah, well, let's go and do something about this one, right? So it's giving me 11.3%, okay. And those calculations, remember, I based those calculations like the most, mostly I was looking what the people are expecting to be, right? So, and this CLOBr really is giving me the idea how the liquidity is being redistributed between when it comes to the Pengu, all right. And the thing is, Pengu on Sol, and I think this is quite right, okay. Even even like from my previous experience, when it comes to those to other pools, okay, I think that this one might actually hold for a few hours at least, right? So I'll be happy if it will hold for another. I see there's a little pullback, there it looks like this resistance turned out to be now a new support. Okay, it looks like it might completely change in a matter of a few hours, but doesn't matter. Okay, we are here to learn these things. Okay, if I will only make a couple of dollars here and there, we'll be absolutely happy and delighted to see that, right? So I think what, I'm gonna to place that order here, and we'll see what's happened, how long it's gonna last for this one, right? Let me see if I would just make it. Let me see if this is something. If I move it here, that estimated yield of 24 hours will be slashed by half to 6%. And let me see. I just want to make like this. Okay. So let me see. I think I'll stick here for this. That's 11. That's 8% now. But in my opinion, that's a good point, right? That's the one previously we done it here. Okay, so I think we are good. I think we are good, and I think I will leave it for the for. We'll see what's happening. I'll come back to this one in a couple of hours, see how it goes. If I needed rebalancing or just need to close it off because I don't want to lose too much money. But I don't think I'm gonna be losing and either way. Okay, because it will other, I think Solana is. I'm quite bullish on Solana. Always positive with this one, despite the fact that sometimes is losing the value, obviously. And the same way, I am positive about the Pengu. So whichever asset I will end up with, okay, if it goes out of range upper or in the downside, I'll be happy to have those two assets in my portfolio still. So I won't be selling them anytime soon, right? So I'm happy with that. And in the meantime, okay, if I can make some yield out of that, absolutely, that's the bonus, right? That's top on top of that. So guys, I think that's all what I want. Oh, let me say, I'm just gonna go and place that in this one here, okay, and there we go. And let's go and place that order here, and it's been created. Perfect, successfully deposit to Pengu Solar. Okay, I might create some follow-up video for you guys to tell you how this story went. But in the meantime, I think that's all what I want to cover in this video. I'll be very happy to see that 11%, coming to my wallet next day. Probably it would be a little bit less because probably will go out of range. But look, even if it will hold for 12 hours, obviously pretty much I'll be very happy with that. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Any questions, leave it down below. If you can subscribe to my channel, it would be much, much appreciated. Thank you very much.